to the sheath. AriesEDC. Oh, yeah. Lights on late in a floated garage, steel on the bench and a maker's charge. Stock removal, sparks fly clean, turning flat bar into an EDC dream. Rock copper, riding form cuts mean, bloom in the hand with the laser edge sheen. Not too bulky, not in the way, built for the pocket and the work every day. Grab a cup and Joe, come hang around. Hear that grinder start to sound, from the first rough shape to the final draw. Every blade has a maker's paw. AriesEDC, right tool for the job, that's the way it's gotta be. AriesEDC, handmade heat with a blade that's ready. Carry it close, carry it strong, small fixed blade where it belongs. AriesEDC, right tool for the job. AriesEDC. Package hatchet, toe beak, go bite, max standing tall with the glow up light. Pedal column, gargoyle, grand cardinal clip with the slicer within. Cow dick snap and the handle fits tight, carbon steel ready for a working night. From the random live, the light from the shop. When the steel starts singing, you don't wanna stop. Every scratch tells a story true of what a real use blade can do. Not just show queens, not just show these little fixies are make the go. AriesEDC, right tool for the job, that's the way it's gotta be. AriesEDC, handmade heat with a blade that's ready. Carry it close, carry it strong, small fixed blade where it belongs. AriesEDC, right tool for the job. AriesEDC. Even if you're just an Amazon warrior, you still need steel that'll carry for you. Sharp in the hand, clean in the sheath. Ram horn logo, black and white heat. From the bench to the belt, you can feel how it's made. Every grind, every line, every everyday blade. AriesEDC, right tool for the job, that's the way it's gotta be. AriesEDC, garage built fire and a blade that's ready. Carry it close, carry it strong, small fixed blade where it belongs. AriesEDC, right tool for the job. AriesEDC, from the shop to the sheet. AriesEDC, ha, 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 woo. Right tool for the job. AriesEDC.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to AriesEDC from the Maker's Space. What's going on, guys? I hope you're having a good evening. We got a real fun one for you. I see someone just joined us, so we're going to be talking to them in a second here. I'll introduce Jacob from Very Good Knife Company. I'm pretty excited about this conversation, just getting to talk to him. If for those of you who don't know, Very Good Knife Company, they're making amazing fixed blades, so make sure you guys are checking that out. Thank you, Marco, for dropping the links already. That is awesome. Play it again. What's up, Joe Cashbrick? How's it going, man? No, we'll play it again once. I'm already hyped up from listening to it. Let me say hi to everybody real quick, and then we'll bring in Jacob, start talking to him. Sergeant Maximus, what's going on? Zach and Han, what's going on? Clint Crosby, Zach and Ard. Cosmin, what's going on? I'm only here because England-Mexico match got delayed. Oh, did it really? Oh, man. Well, that sucks. Jim Miller, what's going on? Hey, Cosmin, if you're watching the game, keep us updated. I want to know who wins. Mick Ranger, what's going on, man? I hope you're doing well. Jim Miller, Mick Ranger, what is up? I hope you're having a good evening. Rory Calhoun, what's going on, man? How are you? Wee Pocket Fiddler, Roger Baker. Man, everybody's popping in. Man, this is going to be a great evening. Say hi to everybody. If I missed you, I am sorry. Replicant EDC, but I want to get some things out of the way, get caught up on the chat real quick. Thomas McDonald, what's going on? Just Nate, what's going on, man? How are you? Bluminati Ninja coming in, gifting memberships already. Blue, thank you so much, man. You are awesome. And Just Nate, welcome to the apprenticeship, my friend. Thank you very much. Talon, salute to you. And then I saw one. What else happened? Rory Calhoun came in with something. Rory Calhoun with what? $50? What are you doing, Rory? Holy cow, dude. You're awesome, man. You rock. You're going to get everything. I got everything for you today, buddy. Thank you so much, Rory. You are awesome. Been a member for 18-month membership and subscriber. Here's another Forge contribution. Dude, you are awesome. You are awesome. Thank you very much, Rory, for that. And then I get an advertisement when I'm trying to do something, of course. That is awesome. Yeah, you are all right. Very cool. All right. So I have linked. I do have a link pinned in the chat. That is to enter tonight's giveaway. I am not giving away that knife. That is my knife, and I'm not going to give that knife away. This is mine. I'm not giving that away, but I am going to give away this. This is the Wubin G5 flashlight and some other little goodies. But for those, everybody who's here early, you guys get to see that. So I want to introduce to you guys this guy. He's already getting set. He's feeling the love and the American spirit right now. If you guys didn't, he just did his giveaway of a really cool knife. So let's introduce. What is up, man?
What's up, buddy? He said I gotta wear the hat, so wear the hat.
He's got the hat. Oh, that's right. I did say you had to wear the hat. You didn't have to, but
we're rocking it. We're rocking it.
You can rock the hat if you want.
Am I coming in clean?
You're feeling the spirit today.
Is my mic coming in clean?
Yeah, you're good.
All right.
I hear you wonderfully. That is amazing. Awesome. So what's going on, man? Thank you so much for doing this.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. Hope y'all are all having a good weekend. I know I am.
Man.
Good, relaxing weekend.
This should be just a fun conversation like I do every time I have somebody in on the makerspace. It's just kind of a hangout. I'm getting an echo now.
Uh-oh. It's not for me, is it? Am I echoing? Echo.
I think so.
Maybe.
It's just when I talk. Like, that's all right. We'll try to work through it. Oh, yeah, it's gone now. So I can't hear you.
Let's try turning this way down. Is that good?
That's good. Yeah, I can still hear the echo. Metal Relic, what's going on? Been a member for 6 months. Thanks, man. Happy 250, y'all. Yeah, happy 250.
Let's try
Let's try that again.
Mic, no headphones. How's that?
There you go.
Is that better?
Yeah, that should be better.
All right.
I don't hear you. I don't hear the echo now.
All right.
That's better. Either way,
good with me.
We can deal with it.
I didn't really want to.
Technology is a wonderful thing. So, man, I've been following you for a while. Obviously, I've got to check out a couple of your blades just from people sending them in. And it's just, you do absolutely amazing work. And then we got to chat a little bit at Blade Show, which was fun. But I figured I'd reach out and get you on here. I know you have your own YouTube channel and you're doing your own thing and killing it over there. But I figured I'd have you come in here. There's some people who still don't know about Very Good Knife Company. I don't know why people don't know about Very Good Knife Company. They should. about what you're doing. I'm looking for your card. You guys, you know, you got to check them out. Go to their website. I have it. We'll go cruise over to the website here in a little bit. What's interesting, I read your bio and I did kind of that, but I know there's more to the story than probably what you had to put on your bio. And I kind of start everybody because I like to understand how it all began for some people. And everybody has a little bit of a different story with how they got into started making knives and where that began. So what's your story on how you got? I think I already know, but go ahead and explain.
So as a kid, my dad was a big time case collector. A lot like big time case collector. He had a room full of cases of case knives. He would go through and get every single variant of every single model, every single special edition. I feel like our mailbox is always full of Shiloh case mail, but anyhow, we had dabbled with like kits and things like that, and when 2008 hit, the construction business just kind of and so he started selling off.
That's what your dad was into. That's what your dad was doing.
Yeah, so he was a stonemason for about 30 years.
Okay.
And had a long time functioning masonry business, but the housing market crash and all that good stuff in 2008, 2009, that kind of killed it. So we started doing gun shows like crazy. We were doing gun shows about every weekend, selling case knives.
Okay.
And then it turned into starting to do more kits and buying blades and just putting handles on it and whatnot.
And when you mean a kit, that it came with the blade and then it comes with
handle material, and you just put it all together. But anyhow, we did probably a year's worth of things like that.
Okay.
And we were at a gun show, and this guy was like, so who's doing your blades? And or are you doing your blades? Something along like that. And it was a no.
Yeah.
And he's like, so you're an assembler? And we're like, well, not anymore. we started dabbling, making our own blades, and very quickly it progressed into a full-time job that was working, and then within just a matter of a few years, it blew up, and we were making our own Damascus and doing stabilization fossils and all kinds of stuff.
So you guys got heavy into it if you're forging and doing everything else.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I've done enough to not want to do anymore.
That's I hear that a lot from people.
Yeah.
That's really got to catch your bug if you really want to.
Especially this time of year when we've got like heat indexes of 110, and it's already 95 when I leave the shop in the evening, and you don't
have to tell me. You don't have to tell me.
I'm not interested in any more forging. So, but I've done a lot, and like this particular one in the case, I've got my big box of knives here. This one was number 999. We thought it would be super interesting one day, and I guess looking back, when I left there, our numbers were like it was just over 6,000. It was like 60-30 something.
Made knives?
Yeah, and that was just the numbered knives. So we had what we called what we just referred to as our hard irons, and those were like forged out wrenches and forged out railroad spikes and things like that. All specifically no real handle, just a forged piece of steel into a blade. There were almost 6,000 of those, I'd say. But we had just over 6,000 numbered knives when I left.
Wow.
Yeah, that was over the span of from 2011 to um, that up until I left 2022.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
And it was just
11,
you
12
and
years.
that was just you and your dad
Yeah, yeah,
busting out
just me and my
as many
dad.
much
We had
stuff as you
we had a
can.
couple people over the years that we had hired for help here and there.
Okay,
And,
so
only
it was
one
a
person
full-on
ever
company.
picked up grinding. We had several family members that had helped in the shop, and I mean, pretty much anyone and everyone that was family or friend had worked in the shop at some point. Um, but
That's
yeah,
crazy.
it was a long 12 years, and we did purely custom stuff. Everything was, I mean, the entire idea of Two Jakes was every knife is a one off. And it
And
wasn't always like that. You know, you can't make 6,000 knives and not make two similar. You can't make
well,
60 knives and not
yeah,
make two similar. It's really difficult to do. But you know, when you spread out over the years, you know,
but they
your
were all
style will kind of
full.
change and everything. You know, you'll just go through the motions of knife making, and it's been fun. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, Miss Very Good Knife Company's in the chat too, so thank you for joining us. You can answer questions as we're starting to get some in already. So 6,000 knives that just you and your dad. It sounds like you just caught the bug. You were doing the gun and knife shows, selling stuff, and then you just kind of went into it. I lost you. I can't hear you. Can't hear you. There, you're back. I think. Join the mailing list. Yeah, go to the website, guys. You can join the mailing list, and that tells you when they're going to be dropping stuff and what's coming.
Can you hear me
You can
now?
follow. There he is. Now I can hear you.
All right.
So
No,
it
I'm
just
trying to
sounds
hear
like
you.
you guys
I can't
you
hear
guys
you.
caught that bug.
I can't hear him at all. I'm
You
trying
can't
to
hear
figure
me?
out the. No. I don't know what happened.
If you have a chance, come see me. Yeah, go check out On the Edge on Instagram.
Let's try.
So while they're trying to figure that out, I'm going to go to their website and show you guys. Can you hear me on the headphones? I'm going to share the screen. We're going to go to their website, check out some of the stuff they have on their website so you guys can see this. So they have a ton of different models and options available for you guys to check out. So many different things, and they don't always use the same steels that are listed on the knife. So like
Okay, I can hear you now. Can you
you
hear
can
me?
hear me now. I can
All
hear
right.
you.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
We're just checking out the website while you can trying to get everything
Our
worked up.
website's working, but it's kind of, we're in the middle of trying to get everything a little bit more streamlined and updated. There's also a bunch of models that I haven't added to the website yet either. And
Yeah, I was gonna say I know you have a lot more different models, and what I was trying to say is just because you click on one of these and it says 80 CRV2 or you're using all kind of different steels now, so
right.
um, it's all a matter of what you're using in that particular drop. So
That's about
um,
the size of it.
I mean, yeah, I totally understand that. So let's get back to what we were talking about. It sounds like just you guys were just starting to put stuff together, and it just grew. It was like, oh, I like this. This is cool. And then getting into that at that time, the gun and knife show was those shows were big, and people
Right.
there was a lot of people going, and you guys were just selling, getting
Yep.
involved in that, and then it just grew into okay, well, we're going to start making our own.
So the
And
gun and knife shows just kind of turned from gun and knife shows to to art shows, because we kind of stepped it up a level in terms of artistical knives, and so once the shows started going out of state, I stopped going for a long time. And I would go on a show every now and then, but it got to the point where my dad was gone constantly doing shows. He's doing 30 shows a year. And
Wow.
like big shows, juried art shows. And it was productive. It was productive, but it was you know, 2 months away doing 5 shows out west, or you know, at minimum a week. You're gone a week, no matter what. You're gone a week, and
Yeah.
you know, I had
That's
kids, so
travel.
I didn't want to leave.
Yeah,
I just
that's
didn't want to leave.
travel
But
is
I
hard.
also stayed back and did a bunch of knives too. So
Yeah, travel is difficult. Travel is difficult. And that's kind of why I started this, because I'm friends with a bunch of guys who do the circuit, and they do all the shows, and they're traveling around on the weekends just trying to sell knives, and their stuff is way better than anything I can produce. And I'm able to sell fairly well just by using YouTube. So not that you have any issue selling, because obviously with Blade Show and
if
everything
it
else,
works, you just roll with it. You know,
it's
if it works, you just roll with it. And to
and
me, like my
that's
number one thing was I don't want to do a single show. I don't even want to do Blade Show. Be totally honest with myself, I don't want to do Blade Show, but I do, and I enjoy it while I'm there. But then I you know, like on the drive home, like, oh my god, screw this.
you're exhausted.
You know,
I'm
it's so exhausting.
I'm exhausted just attending the show. I can only imagine having a table or a booth, what
Yeah.
that's like.
You run out of words at some point.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but it's a way to get out there at the same time, and you guys
It is.
did really well. I know that for a fact. So you guys caught that bug, and then you just started putting some tools together, figuring out what you needed to do, and then you just started doing full custom,
Yep.
just as much as possible.
Oh yeah.
It sounds like you were just trying to get some real artistic looking stuff and just kind of doing something. We drove back home to North Georgia every night too. Oh no, you drove home from the show every night? Man, that's crazy.
It cost too much last year to stay in a hotel, and I didn't want to spend it this year. I just straight up did not want to spend it. So
I got
I
you.
said, screw it, we're gonna drive.
I get you.
And
I get you.
You know, I thought it was going to be twice as stressful and frustrating as it was. We ended up getting through the weekend so fast, and then Sunday evening, every evening on our way back, we'd stop in Dawsonville and eat dinner, and then we're sitting there Sunday evening, and I'm just like, dang,
we did it.
This was okay. This was good, actually. It was
awesome.
It was nice. So
that's good.
I think the stress of not having to eat like $1,500 to stay down there too is a big factor.
Yeah.
So, yeah. If you can split it, then that's the way to do it. And next year we're talking about splitting an Airbnb with some folks, and I don't know. We'll see how it all goes, but
I mean, that's what we did.
Yeah.
That's what we did. That was great. And it ended up being financially
not too bad.
Not too bad. It was definitely cheaper than any hotels or anything. But there was 8 of us in one house, so we split it all 8 ways.
Yeah, so, but I mean, over the weekend you're there to socialize, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, like literally the house, once we got into it, we all left the house at like usually 6, 7 in the morning. And then we didn't see anybody until probably 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night by the time we got back to the house. And then we'd sit up talking for another hour. And literally I'm just like zombie. And I'm like, I got to go to bed. We got to do this tomorrow. So it was awesome. We had the mothers in the place that made us breakfast and cleaned and did all that kind of stuff. And it was that we're totally doing that again. next year. Totally.
Yeah.
Maybe not that house.
The Spider-Man room was kind of weird.
My Spider-Man room was awesome. When I turned the lights off in there, it was dark.
Was it completely pitch black in there?
Like, it was pretty black in there. I mean, there was a
I'll paint my room
window.
black.
It was a window,
Sorry.
but it had blacked out curtains. That room got dark. I mean, besides there was like the nightstand had some lights and stuff on it, but it was dark in there, which is fine. I was so exhausted every night.
Oh yeah.
I think yeah, Baptism said he thought I had a scooter, but that scooter wasn't mine. That was our buddy John's scooter at Corey's booth. He had a scooter. But what's up, Kathy? How are you? Everybody else I may have missed. Hello. This is Jacob from Very Good Knife Company. From everybody coming in, an amazing knife maker. So you and your father just started doing custom stuff, and then
I got a bag out. I got a bag out so I could show you.
And it was Two Jakes was the company name?
Yeah, Two Jakes. So this was the first piece of Damascus that I ever made. It's shiny because it's rusted, and then I've had to clean it, and now it's lost its etch. But it's got a ton of layers, and it does not have a nickel layer in it. So when you etch it, it's all just gray. But there's two different kinds of steel. I don't even remember what kinds of steel they are anymore. But anyhow, mammoth ivory and mammoth tooth. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. It's
we
fun to look back into the future and what happened.
Right. Oyster knives. We used to make a bunch of oyster knives.
That's cool.
Everything had pretty much segmented scales. Here was this one is a Harley chain that's been forged out over a piece of 1080, 1084.
That's cool.
Along those lines.
So that was all like the beginning, right?
That was the way it was with Two Jakes. Pretty much everything from Two Jakes had a piece of mammoth on it of some sort or some kind of fossil. But then along the way, I wanted to make my own brand and do something that I was kind of into, because doing the custom stuff, there was, let's see, from 2020 to 2022, I traveled, or 2020, from the end of 2019 to about the middle of 2021, I traveled and did shows. I decided I wanted to go, and I didn't do every show, but I did quite a lot of shows. And I just learned that, prior to that, in the years prior to that, people who, even though they really loved the art knives, nobody was using them. Like 1 out of 100 people was using them.
Absolutely.
And that 1 out of 100 people was using it like a damn $20 Kershaw from the gas station too. But still, like, they weren't using the knives, and I would have just, and I wouldn't use them either. I couldn't. It's just too nice. But
yeah, I mean, I can't blame them if they're gonna buy something.
I can't blame
mammoth and Damascus, right. And it's hard to be like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go start chopping into this wood or something. It's like, clean fill or something.
Along the way, I just kind of gravitated more towards making more utilitarian knives, and so I started making things like this. This was actually a big knife, and it broke, and now it's a small knife.
It broke, and then you reprofiled it.
This knife was like this big.
Holy cow!
I hollow ground, and it was fairly thin, and I was chopping a tree with it at night, actually, and I didn't notice that it was broke until I pulled out of the sheath like a couple days later, and it was missing a huge section of blade.
Oh no!
Yeah, and I was like, oh my God, I was sick. But anyhow, I just wanted to make something more practical and useful, so I started my own brand, and it was called Bloodline Knives. The whole thing behind Bloodline is for about 7 years, the missus and I had raised and trained and hunted and showed coonhounds, red bone coonhounds.
Okay.
So, hounds are all about hunt dogs and horses and all the things of. They're all about bloodlines. So, I guess
Okay.
I was into that, and I thought it was a pretty cool name, but it really wasn't too far off of the kind of knives that I'm making now. This is one that I called the Chunk.
Okay.
And
That's not terribly far off.
no, it's not terribly far off. Aside from, I've kind of graduated, or not graduated, but moved on from the 3/16 thickness if possible. I don't
Yeah,
really like doing
that gets a little
3/16 on it.
tough getting thicker.
Man, it's such a pain to grind when you got to do so much grinding.
Oh yeah.
My flagship model for Very Good is the Adventure, and
Yeah.
this is the original Adventure that I made with Bloodline knives. I only made about 30 or 40 of these guys.
Yeah, it's a great utilitarian blade.
This one has a longer handle. The blade is pretty similar, but and this one's got a bow drill divot. It was a little bit more on the bushcrafty side, and so I kind of morphed it into, little. Let's see. This is essentially exactly the current shape of the current Adventure, but this one
basically
has 3 screws instead of 2, which is not necessary for a knife handle. It's only 4 inches long.
But you're starting to get to that blade or the handle shape and the blade
Yeah.
shape.
Yeah. Everything just kind of developed over time, and so we, with Two Jakes, we always had a line of knives that we kept on the table or at the show booth. We always kept some knives that weren't $800, and I was the one that ended up making all those. And those were mostly like 52-100 and ADCR V2. I made a lot of them, and those were numbered knives too. But there's a lot of them out there, and those are the ones that sometimes we wouldn't put segmented handles on, or sometimes it'd just be like two pieces of something. They were just a lot more basic, not Damascus. Most everything that we had done was Damascus. Once we started making Damascus, and that's pretty much all everything ever was after that point. But and then I just kind of gravitated to, I don't know, something about talking to the people that would buy those knives was easier than talking to the people that were buying the knives that sold for 4 figures, and then the people that were buying knives at 5 figures are just not for me to talk to. It's not that there aren't any of you out there that I couldn't talk to that would spend that kind of money on a knife, but it's kind of not what I'm getting at.
It just sounds like you guys.
I can't. I'm not there. I don't have any relation to how we do life. So
so you were getting away from kind of the more artsy, kind of more full. I don't want to say full custom, because they're all full custom, but they're full art piece, showpiece type knives.
They're beyond custom.
Knife that is meant to be used, or that you want to be used. It sounds like. And that was the transition going into Very Good Knife Company. So you had Bloodline, and that was this beginning. And then I know, just based on some of what I know about your backstory, then you've transitioned now into Very Good Knife Company. And what's interesting, because if you guys go to the website Very Good Knife Company, or verygoodknifeco.com, there is a bio there, and there's a lot of information in that bio. but I guess what's interesting is there's a comment in there about other makers kind of hiding things or not being open about some things, or closed box, I think is what you put in there, which is interesting because I haven't found that from with a lot of makers. They're very open about what
So
they do and how they do things.
so it's not necessarily about with each other, which I will say over the course of the past 4 years, things have changed a lot.
Okay.
For sure. I feel like the social media era has changed knife making entirely, maybe more than the Forged in Fire era changed the market entirely. Given that over the past, can you unplug that, please? Huh? She's sending her headphones over there, trying to get her attention.
She's watching the chat. She's involved.
Anyhow,
thanks, Blue, for dropping all the links.
Anyhow, there's not really much that can be hidden from anyone anymore, given that any secrets that you might have had, any like little tricks of the trade that you might have had. Someone's done posted that in a short that's got 100 million views. So
yeah,
I mean, and that really over the past 10 years is how much has changed. But I mean, it's every year, every passing year, it's just getting, not just with knife making, with everything, all media in general. There's no secrets to life anymore.
Hell, no.
But
no.
But
it's all out there now.
So there used to be a lot of knife makers, and there still is makers out there that take advantage of people's ignorance.
I see what you're talking about.
Just using certain terminology and the reinvention of the wheel kind of thing.
Gotcha. They're trying to pawn one thing off for something else.
But it's really easy to do when nobody knows what you're talking about.
Well, and it's starting to become harder and harder to do nowadays because of some of the stuff that happened in the past couple months.
It's exactly
right. Which is good, because
it is a good thing.
You should not be lying about your product and what you're trying to sell.
I don't see a point in it.
I don't either.
It is what it is. Here's what it is. I'll show you exactly what it is from start to finish.
Yeah.
And this is it right here.
I would rather have it that way. I have nothing to hide.
Right.
This is that's kind of where I came from with my channel. I'm not hiding anything. I'm showing you everything that I'm doing.
Right.
Good and bad. So
good and bad.
It is
exactly.
It's all part of the process. It was interesting when you had that comment in there, because with me starting, I could reach out to a lot of different people, and everybody was very open about sharing how to do stuff. But I guess
it always used to be like that.
which is great, which is fun that it's like that now.
Right.
Makers that have been doing it for a while, and they're just all open to, as long as you're open to being criticized for your work, then they're more than welcome to help you do things. But yeah, the lying about what you're selling or trying to pawn off as something that's not, that's a completely different thing. But it's interesting that you experienced that. So when you and your dad were starting, were you guys, was he kind of like the mentor in this, or you guys just kind of jumped into it?
We both learned knife making together from the get-go. Neither one of us had any more inclination than the other than, it was his shop and him putting it into it. But I mean, we were in it together from the get-go, and it turned into, very quickly, me doing the blade work. and
Okay.
him doing the handle work. And it was pretty much like that all the way through then. Both of us were plenty sufficient with doing either. But my grinding skills only progressed because of constant repetition. And I've continued to tell anyone and everyone that if there's anything I can attribute my grinding skills to, it's just constant grinding.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, just right off the bat, we were doing a whole bunch of knives, as many as we could do, because that's what was paying the bills. And so, my dad's kind of guy that we're gonna squeeze this tit until it's not there,
Yeah.
long past the point of dry. And so we would tap into some fad or some trend with something, whatever was going on in the stores, whatever was selling, and we just
Yep.
hammer a bunch of dang knives out.
So if
And
that's what's
then one
selling,
day,
then that's what
I
you're gonna
had
make.
to, exactly, and so one day, um, we had the owner of, well, the previous owner, the founder of Premium Knife Supply, Doug Metzger,
Okay.
which Premium Knife Supply is only about an hour from here north.
Okay.
And we had been using Premium Knife Supply. It was at the time, which it still is, a hobbyist kind of supply shop, hobbyist to like a mid-level type of supply shop, one that would sell like finished blades that are ready for handles and whatnot. Um, but we knew Doug really well, had spent a lot of time with him, and Doug came down to the shop one day, um, and I was grinding, and he just kind of peeked his head over my shoulder. He was watching me hollow grind a knife, and he's like, "You want a job?" And the grinder was running, and I had earplugs in, and he like kind of yelled it out loud into my ear. He's like, "You want a job? I'm watching you grind. That's pretty dang good." And I mean, it was good for the time, I guess, but look, compared to where I am now, it's not even close, because I ended up doing a few thousand blades for Doug.
Wow. Jeez.
Yeah.
That's a lot of grinding.
Yep. So Doug started bringing me blades. He was paying for the belts. He was paying for the drill bits and
Whoa.
paying for the heat treat oil and everything. And he
Wow.
was big time money mover, big time businessman. He was a really good businessman. But they were
Jeez.
trying to bring the blade production into the U.S. And so it wasn't just me. There was 2, 3 other knife makers that were grinding blades. But my job was to grind to some of the blades. They were all laser cut, like plasma cut, so they had slag all over them and shit.
That's not
And
fun to clean up.
and I got so tired of that real quick. But all of them were plasma cut, and I had to grind off the slag, which I got.
Takes forever.
It does, and I got into a flow of things and learned some tricks along the way to make everything go smoother. But my job was to grind the slag off, and then some of the blades needed to be drilled, so I would drill a couple of pinholes in them and then hollow grind them and then heat treat them. And he was paying me, I don't know, $5 or $6 a blade, something like that. and
Jeez.
and so I made some good money over the time that I was working there, but I also was constantly in the grinder, and never ending, because I was still doing 2Jake stuff too. And
Wow. So
yeah,
that's where the skills of just
that'll do it.
really, really great. If you guys have ever handled, I mean, your knives almost look like they're production level stuff, which is the greatest compliment I think I can give to any maker, that it looks like it came off a production line or a machine made it. I mean, everything is perfect, everything is ground well. When you have the belt finish and everything else, it's just, I wish I could show that with this, but this is coated. So is that gun coated?
It's kind of, yeah, it's Cerakote, gun coat, same thing. Yep.
But Yeah, so it's I can't show the grinds, but the ones that I've had that have been is just like I'm like, how are you making this so clean that it looks like
Practice.
it's just yeah, now I know it's
Yeah,
practice and
practice.
I need to be better.
Practice,
Yes.
practice, practice. My
Yes, he
my
is a
blade
machine.
count, my blade count is probably approaching 20,000. Um,
Wow. Not is that including the ones you were
that's
making for
including
him?
very good. Yeah, that's include everything. That's everything. That's all of what I was calling our hard irons. You know, all our wrenches and things like that. Every numbered knife. Not every numbered knife that that we made was ground by me.
Yeah.
A solid 90% of them were ground by me. Um, a lot of the Damascus was made by me. Um, Pretty much every single mono steel number two Jake's knife that exists was ground by me.
Wow.
And then all the bloodline. There was probably only about, I don't know, 500 or 600 bloodline knives that got made from. I started that like November, December 2015. And then it just kind of fizzled because I didn't really pursue it. I already had a gig grinding. We already had an established brand. So, it wasn't like super urgent that I push it.
Yeah.
But
So you
I
had
didn't
you
really.
had two Jakes and that was kind of the main focus and you were just doing
Yeah.
the bloodline
Yeah.
as
I didn't
users.
make a whole bunch of knives over those 5-6 years that I let it go.
Yeah.
And what happened was, so I didn't want bloodline knives to be intertwined with two Jakes. I just didn't want the two to be intertwined.
Okay.
It wasn't like an issue or anything. It just didn't want. I wanted it to be its own thing because they were so drastically different, and it's just they didn't go together. Um, and well, it ended up going that direction, and I kind of just lost my say in things. And
Gotcha.
it didn't turn to where I wanted it to turn. And what ended up happening was we had a store that he's still in, I'm pretty sure. It's called Kimosabi. But
Okay.
it's a rich people's Western store. And I mean that as literal as possible. They have stores in all the richest places in America. And
That's
that's where
cool.
their stores are at, like Aspen Vale. They had one in Vegas, Round Top, Texas, and Jackson Hole, Wyoming, all the rich places. And anyway, the the knives there were marked up 100%. They were marked up 100%. So
Wow.
whatever they sold for in the store, we got half of. And so we just had to set our price at what we needed, and there was no percentage shit. There was just what they sold.
Yeah,
And
that's
if they didn't
awesome.
care, that's fine because they can move that stuff. It's fine, but um bloodline, it just kind of ruined the entire value, or the possibility of any kind of budget option for bloodline, because I didn't want them to end up in the store, but they ended up getting put in the store anyways. And and I didn't have a whole lot of say in it because I just wasn't there to see it or say anything. That goes a
Gotcha.
long way, not being there to
You
to
weren't
push
you
the
weren't
brand
part
forward.
of the
I wasn't the
business
one in the store doing
model.
the trunk shows. I was at
Yeah.
home with kids making the knives. So,
Gotcha.
but anyway, it wasn't super major, and it just kind of was what it was. And I just kept making two Jake's knives because I I decided that I wasn't gonna make any more bloodline knives. I'm not gonna be a part of this. So I'm just gonna
Yeah.
keep doing what we were doing and move on. But
Here's a
um,
question. While you were doing all of that, was that your main focus? That was kind of like the job was you're just doing the knives?
knives has been my only job for a long time. I've had um, one other job, and that was tree work. And I
Okay.
I only did tree work. I had done tree work in my teens, and during the close to
hard
the
work.
end of the masonry. It's not fun, I'll tell you that. And it's dangerous. And I watched somebody about get killed. And I I walked off a job, my first tree work job that I had not been at very long, but I watched somebody about get killed, and I was like, I'm not doing this shit. I'm just not doing it. I'm sorry, this ain't for me. And it's still kind of a trial thing, but I did it for about a month and a half, and then later on down the road, I had a buddy that was a longtime tree worker. He's like, I need a groundsman. I know you know what you're doing, but do you want to do some tree work and help me get this business off the ground? And it was a no for a while, but then I ended up helping him, and that only lasted for about 6 months, I guess. That turned into a pretty close to full-time job for a short minute. But other than that,
it's always
I
been
had
knives.
no other job other than knives. It's just
it shows in your work and what you're doing, and it's like following you the way that you're just putting stuff out. It's like it's a production line, but basically of grinding, handles, and the way that you have got everything. You can pretty much put stuff together and constantly put stuff out pretty quick, and but the product is just amazing because everyone I've had has just been like
the quality.
Yeah, I mean, and I can see your finished product in what you're doing, whether it's the micarta or they're users. They're meant to be used. They're not meant to be shown. They're not meant to be put in a case and put away. They're meant to be used. And you have the single handles. There's no segmented handles, unless it's not like you haven't done it and you don't do it. But for the most part,
the signature series is the signature series. The only thing that I've done segmented handles on.
Yeah. And are those something that somebody has requested, or is just something you felt like doing?
There's only been one of the signature series that somebody requested, and it was kind of a loose request. He just I think it was like number 3. He's like, if I posted a video of 1 and 2, and he's like, if number 3 was like a worn cliff up with some kind of purple on it, I'd snatch that summit up. And so I made it like that. And he's like, well, I guess I got to buy it now. I've never spent this much on a knife.
Was his name Ed Harrison, Mr. Purple?
No, it wasn't Ed, but this is one of those guys that ended up using it like crazy. And he sent a picture of the knife like 6 months later, and the knife looked like it had never left his belt, and he worked outside in the rain and mud every day.
Speaking of Ed, there he is.
Is Ed in here?
He was in here a little bit, I think, but there's Ed. He just sent me that from Blade Show. So yeah, Ed's a good guy, but he gave me a hard time. He's like, I want something purple. I'm like, well, there's a lot of things that could be, but he got his purple. He got one that was purple in it. So
I made him a purple one too.
Yeah, no, he's a good dude. There he is. Yeah, he's here. There he is. Dude. Yeah, he's a good dude. Yeah, he's a gem of the community, that is for sure. So that's crazy. So and I think I understand the story. How did Very Good Knife Company come about then?
So
without too much drama. I know there was some drama in there.
There really, as far as like just the beginning of Very Good, there wasn't really any at all. It was just after I broke my leg. So in June of 2022, 4 years ago, I broke both my legs at the same time, jumping
those darn trees. No, I'm just kidding.
But anyhow, I spent 4.5, 5 months just completely wheelchair bound.
Thank you, Stacy. Been a member for 23 months, just one shy of 2 years. That's right. Awesome.
Congrats, Stacy. Stacy won the
yeah, I know. Stacy won that one. That's awesome. Couldn't have gone to a better person. Well, it could have, but
that's what I thought. I thought
she's awesome. Great. No, she's amazing. I'm so happy for her. I saw that. I was watching and I was like, oh, that's awesome. Stacy won that thing.
I was pretty happy about that too.
Yeah. She's
Anyhow,
a great
I
person in the community.
I had spent a long time in recovery, and it took about 7 months to really get back to moving and feeling like I could do something again when it was time to go back to work. During that time period, um, lots of things transpired, and I was never going back to Two Jakes again, and that was the end of it. And I never did. So, um, but then that left a void. Like, what the hell am I going to do now? Because
Yeah.
I've been making knives for so long. It's not like I can go out and start digging ditches right now because I'm walking with a cane. I was on a
Yeah.
cane for a long time. Still have my cane around.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I almost took a job as a heavy equipment operator, and I was like, I don't know if I want to be 400 pounds in 3 years by sitting on my ass in an excavator all day. Um,
There's that.
and I still had a bunch of equipment that was mine in the Two Jake shop, and I was like, I'm not leaving it. I'm just not. I'm
Yeah.
not ready to give this up yet. I think I still got some things that I want to do, and I always wanted to know what it was going to be like if I ran it on my own. How much different could it have been if I was in the chair? And I know we're not driving the same ship, but at least I know now. But it just took me going and getting all my stuff out of the shop and setting up my own little shop, and the name just kind of
What's
came about by I
sorry.
we were watching Parks and Rec, and I think it was like our second time watching the series through it. I just loved that at the end of the show, or like the last season, Ron had started very good building and development, and
Okay.
it was one episode where it was the episode where he stepped down as chairman of the board or CEO of the company, and it was during a meeting with their financial lawyer or whatever, and he was like, the company has, despite our economy or whatever, the company has made record numbers or whatever. And I was like, I seriously wonder how many people have started very good whatever. And so I
Because of
started
that.
looking it up. And holy cow.
Yeah.
There's so many different very good things out there. And like almost none of them are long term lasting. None of them last more than just making the brand and getting it started. And at least nothing that I've really seen out there has made it um like made it around any community much at all. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start Very Good Knife Company. Screw it,
That's
we're gonna
awesome.
see how this goes. I don't think anybody's gonna take the name seriously, but the joke's gonna be that the knives are very good.
Yeah, I mean, it speaks for itself though. And you remember it. You remember, okay, very good. Okay.
Yep,
That's
that's
cool.
it. That was another thing, the one thing that I've always, it's not to bash on anybody or anything at all, but like there's so many makers out there, and not just knife makers, but I talk about it driving down the road. There'll be a sign for a shop, and they've got this gaudy lettering, and you can't read anything. You can't tell what it says. You cannot tell. And I'm like, there's another one of them things I'll never know what that is because I can't read the sign. And so I was like, I'm just gonna put something
Yep.
absolutely ridiculously plain and very clean and clear on the knife. And and real quickly I realized, um not that I didn't have any intention of putting my hard effort into it, but if it's going to have the name Very Good on it as far as a knife goes, it better be damn very good. And so
Yeah, there's that.
now the farther we go into this, the more true that's going to be. And
Yeah,
that's just the way it is. So
that's
it is
awesome.
its own creed to itself. The knife will not say very good on the side of it if it's not.
If it's not, that would be the last thing that you do. Yeah, I
It's
mean, that was my thing too. Like everybody, a lot of makers just want to put their name on it, and they just want to put their name on the blade.
Yep.
And for me, I was like, I don't want my name associated with it. I want to do something a little bit different. I came up with my little symbol here, and
I like it too.
which
Either a logo or something very legible, or your name, something, but not something that you can't read,
or something that's like really long, and then you've chose font that you can't read or anything. It becomes
or some ridiculously tactical, just real butchy badass name or something, you know.
Yeah, you have to have that KISS method and just go with it, because it actually works.
It does. It really does.
When you see the knife, you know it's a very good knife company. It says it on there. The logo is clean. It's easy. You can read it, and it's very simple. So that's good marketing on your end for that. That is for sure. So what you got started with Very Good Knife Company, and what was the model? The Adventure, was that the one that kind of started everything off for you?
The first run of Very Good Knife Company knives, the very first run, they were all ADC RV2, because I already had a bunch of steel of my own. I already had I had a whole shelf full of my own, my card. I already had all this set up from Bloodline, you know. And so I just picked up the Bloodline stuff, and that was the colors that I had was Nat Green and Black. So we ran Nat Green and Black for like a year. And I try and vary from that, but sometimes I don't. And that's all right. But anyhow, I started with 6 models, 6 different models. There was the Adventure, the Tradition, the Lineman, the Roughneck, the Wasp, and the Mantis. And those were the 6 that I started with.
Okay.
And I made like 30 or 40 for the first run. And I learned that if you're gonna try and get some brand started with knives, it's really difficult if you already don't have a name that anybody knows, and you don't have but like 1 or 2 models. There are so many companies. I've seen a lot of newer companies that will start a company and they have like 1 model or 2 models, and that's it, and they don't make anything else. And it's difficult for you to get caught on. You're not making for something for everybody. And so right off the bat, I was like, all right, let's just start expanding. Just start making knives. And so I started making different models, and pretty soon we ended up having like 20 different models going, and it's not too bad either. It's not like now, it's not like I make a whole bunch of different ones. I think there is 8 or 9 different models that I have going to Smoky Mountain Knife Works.
That's awesome.
And that's a pretty widespread. I don't expect them to. I mean, maybe I don't. Who knows, really? But I don't know if they'll come back and order 10 of each of those models. What I was more shooting for is, let's see what your following wants, and if the more variety we have, the more chances we have of finding something for everyone. And that was kind of the thing with Tops is a good example of this. They have 19 million different models, and
you get
cold
lost.
Steel. Oh yeah, you can't even see them all. There's some of them are indistinguishable from another too, but
you want to have
what it is. That's okay.
You want to have a good selection, but then you don't want people to get lost looking for stuff.
That's it. Yeah, I do have a cap for where I kind of want to like stop with the models, but at the same time, you got to come out with something new every now and then. And
I'm working on something new, and I shouldn't be, but
But
have
it keeps you fresh. It keeps your mind fresh too.
yeah,
It keeps the fun into it. So
I'll just sit here and I'll just start doodling on, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that will work. Or I'll take this blade shape and that handle shape, and I'll just try to mix mash it, and then I have something new that I want to try, and it's like, and then everybody gets excited. So for White Mountain knives, when are those going to be available, or are they available now on White Mountain?
Smoky Mountain
Or
Knife
Smoky
Works
Mountain? Sorry, Smoky Mountain.
Yeah, they haven't even left the shop yet. They're all ready to get packed up. They're in boxes and ready to go. But I know we'll talk to them on the phone tomorrow, I'm sure. But then I've got almost 200 knives on order for the Knife Connection, and so I can't really speak to how fast Smoky Mountain Knife Works will get them out. I know that I will be sending them out this week probably. It's likely that I'll get them in the mail this week, but within the next couple of weeks, I would say. And then over the next few weeks, I will be working primarily on the Knife Connection order and piecing that together. And Jason will drop those the minute he gets them in the mail. So
yeah,
as soon as he gets them, they'll be.
And those are when those get released, you'll announce it on your Instagram and YouTube and everything else. I'm sure you'll probably will do that. So you guys make sure you're subscribed to his Instagram and YouTube. He'll let you know when those things are available on Smoky Mountain Knife Works. And what was the other one again?
The Knife Connection.
The Knife Connection.
Yep.
So,
and then it'll probably be a month before I get to them, but maybe a little more than a month. But I've got an order for knives ship free as well. And then if any of you guys are Chris Reeves Knives followers, I'll have some knives through them before too long.
Really?
I'm waiting on getting an order. They're supposed to be putting an order in any now.
So you're making knives for Chris Reeves?
Whoever's selling knives there.
Oh, okay.
Is it Chris Reeves Knives? Isn't that who? It's a traditionalpocketknives.com. Traditionalpocketknives.com.
Oh, TPK? Yeah.
That's the C. Reisner Cup.
Oh, C. Reisner Cup, not Chris Reeves.
C. Reisner
Cup.
I was going to say,
C and R right. No, not Chris Reeves.
That's why I was asking, because I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Chris Reeves.
It didn't sound right to me either, but C. Reisner Cutlery. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It was the C and the R. I was close.
There's a K in there too, but
no.
Different.
Yeah, I did. I got the initials right.
Different CRK.
C. Reisner Cutlery.
Yeah, all right. So you'll have them available there. So it sounds like you're doing.
I've got a bunch of dealer knives. So
that's awesome. Yeah, traditionalpocketknives.com. Kelly's dropping that link. That is awesome. So then, where does that leave you? Are you selling knives directly from your site? Are you still going to be doing that, or you're just working with dealers now?
So once I get through these current dealer orders that I have, I will still be doing drops on our website. I don't know how often they'll be. It just all depends on how often the dealers are ordering knives. So completely covered up with them, then that's fine with me. But I anticipate there being plenty of lull, at least a couple of weeks, and that'll leave me some time to do what I intend to do is the first run of any new models. I want to do the first run drop on our website, and then like special edition runs. So I've been experimenting with Cerakote here recently, and had the idea for a two-tone that so I kind of figured it. Well, the idea just came up by accident. I was in the spray booth there playing with the sprayer, and I had adjusted the air pressure way down and opened the valve up a lot, and it was splattering like super consistent, a nice, pretty little splatter.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, now I want some like black blades splattered with orange. I know if Jason from Knife Connection hears me say that, then he's going to be calling tomorrow morning.
Happy accident happening.
Yeah. But I think like a splatter coat, and I have like 5 or 6 different colors on hand right now. So I'm gonna
That's awesome.
experiment with that, and then of course signature series. What I intend to do for my drops is no longer the basic stuff. I would like to shift the basic stuff out to the dealers because that's the stuff that I'm able to put out in bigger numbers,
Okay. Yeah.
And the special edition runs, maybe I'll get a sheet of Burl G10 and do 15 knives out of it. And here it is. This is what it is, and I ain't doing no more. And
Yeah.
Something like that. And then signature series. That's about all I want to do on our website. The biggest issue that we're having with is the shipping. April of this month, or April of this year, was our best month in the history of the company so far, and the missus was very unhappy with all the shipping.
Yeah, shipping has become pretty ridiculous now. Things that were costing just a couple bucks is now like $10 just to ship something out. And it's just like, what? And you're doing way more numbers than what anybody does.
That just the packing alone and doing all that is a job. It's a full-on job.
Oh yeah,
for somebody.
And it's just you and the missus doing this, right?
Yep, that's it.
Which is crazy to think about. And you're pushing out how many knives do you think in this next week you're going to be pushing out?
50.
50?
Yeah. My goal is 50 knives for next week. I wanted the next 3 weeks. I have I think the number is like 176 for the knife connection. I really would like to see it done before the end of July.
Guys, you have to understand how ridiculous that sounds to me to say 50.
It sounds ridiculous to me too.
Like I know I'm not full-time, but like this next week, I would be happy to finish 3. and those 3 have already been ground and heat treated. All I have to do is clean them up and put handles on them and do a sheath, and they're done. But
it's
let
ridiculous.
alone start from the very beginning and try to knock out 50 in a week.
I do at least have them cut. They're all laser cut already. So all I've got to do from here on, well, I've still got to cut cubs and dragonflies, but other than that, everything else is completely cut. I'm just making foil packets and heat treating. My kiln is just gonna die soon, but that's okay.
That's got to be my next thing. But even when you're getting stuff laser cut out, because I've done it, there's still work to be done on those. It's just, they're not like
they're not bad. I know
mine have a little tab on them here and there. You got to grind off and you got to square everything up, but it's not terrible.
Since I got the X tool, I was telling people at Blade Show, I made 830 something knives last year, and every single one of them were hand blanked. All of them. I didn't get the X tool until November of last year, and then it sat in its crate because I didn't even have room to open it up in the shop. I had to clear a space for it. So it sat in its crate in the shop there for a couple months. I was like January before I got it out. I thought, man, it's not possible to work any harder than this. And now I've got a week's worth of blades cut and a week's worth of standing at the X tool cutting blades amounted to like 300 blades. And I'm just looking at them like, I don't.
Now, what's the X tool?
The X tool is the fiber laser cutter.
Oh, okay. So you're cutting your own stuff out.
Yeah, I've been cutting my own blades out.
Nice.
I did water jet with Bloodline for a little while, and it was the thing to do. I think the fiber laser will make the water jet obsolete entirely in the next 5 years at the very longest. The water jet upkeep, just the expendables alone for water jet is almost 20 times the amount of a fiber laser.
And you're water jetting your own stuff?
I'm fiber lasering.
Okay.
Yep,
I'm just saying
fiber laser.
the water jet is not something that you do in house.
No, so for me to have a water jet that could do the same thing that the X tool does would cost 100 grand, and the X tool was 20. So it's not even
Yeah,
remotely
that's
close.
not even.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not even the same ballpark of money. And
No.
And,
But if you're able
but-
to do the same thing for half the price.
yeah. But
Or a
the
fraction.
time saving is I thought it wasn't calculatable at first, and it wasn't, because it was going to take me a while to really learn how much I could get done with this thing. And now it's not a matter of how much I can get done with the lasers, how much I can get done after the laser, because I've just got like I said, 100 blades sitting over here, and 100 blades sitting over here, and then 100 blades sitting over here, and they're all cut and they're ready to go in foil packets. I've just got to get through the foil packet process and the heat treating, and yeah, it's fun though to me. When I start getting I work best with a little bit of weight on my back, I guess.
I'm the same way. That's why I always try to make goals.
Pressure.
That little bit of pressure of okay,
Yep.
then I know I got to get it done, and I just don't like sitting idle either. So I gotta have something to do.
understand.
So I'll be out there doing
Understand.
something, or I'll make pry bars or those little package hatchets or something that
Yep.
I do. I'll do some of the just because it's something fun, but or something that I could bust out in a couple days, a skeletonized knife or something. I'll do that.
Yeah.
So, man, it just sounds like you're busy, and you said it. Whatever step you could do to save yourself time throughout the process is all. That's because that's where I'm at right now. It's like, what can I do? How can I speed up my process with doing things? Like,
how can you cut corners without cheating?
yeah, like I know a lot of your designs have the basic same handle shape. So you kind of already
Yep.
you
Like,
you
there'll
don't even have
be,
to think about that now. You're just doing it, and they
right.
all fit.
There's a lot of models that have the exact same handle shape. Like the Wasp and the Mantis have the exact same handle.
Yeah.
Like the scales will bolt onto one another nowadays.
Yeah.
But and then like the Tradition and the Heritage, same handle. The Revelation and the Lone Star, same handle. It's once you figure something else that works, then there's not really much need to deviate from that.
Yeah.
I mean, really, the only reason that a lot of people or big companies would vary from that is, sales, realistically, trying to get something new,
Yeah.
because I mean, like Essie, they haven't changed anything for 30 years. Why?
No.
Why should they?
It works.
Because it works.
It works.
Exactly right.
Why would they? Yeah. Why would they change anything?
Yep.
I'm trying to get that up. What is
Yep.
this?
So the Hawk and the Adventure, same handle.
I'm trying to present. There, let's stop sharing. Let me share again so that you guys can see the website, because there's a lot of different things here to look at and to understand the sizes of stuff. So the Adventure is probably
Maybe it'll come back.
Tell them to go to the more tab on the top right and go to all models. It's a better tab.
Can you hear me, Scott?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can't hear you. I've lost sound again. Somebody turn on their headphones. Can you still hear me?
Yeah. What's up, Tim
I
B?
think he might have messed it up.
But the Adventure is kind of like the big one. But you on all of their models, they have the sizes there, guys, for them. You can check that out.
Nothing.
I can hear you.
I've lost sound again. I don't know what
I
happened.
can hear you. Maybe because I'm
There we go.
presenting. I'll
There we
stop
go.
presenting.
Chicken,
Can you not hear
headphones
me?
again? That's what happened last time.
The Bluetooth,
Well, the
everything
Bluetooth
went
is not
crazy.
even turned
Bluetooth.
on.
I can see you, but I can't hear you.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Now you're frozen.
I can hear you
entirely.
He can hear us. We just can't hear him.
Well, how am I supposed to know what he's saying?
I don't know.
You're like, just continue. Just keep going.
Well,
give me this.
Do you have
yeah,
a
here.
calendar?
There you go. But it's off. Mine's off.
Can you
From
hear
what
me?
he's saying.
You can hear me now?
Okay, so then they're slightly lagged.
Yeah, they're just slightly lagged because I don't know why.
You can hear me?
I can hear you.
You can hear me? That's a long delay.
It's a very long delay. It's like watching a Chinese B movie.
That's worse than a Chinese B movie. That's a really long delay. 20-second delay. Yeah.
Do you want to see if you can get your headphones to work again?
What? You need to try this again?
Yeah, you just got to.
Okay.
Here, I'm gonna make myself. I'll make myself big while they figure that out. That's funny. There, they turned their thing off. So, guys, yeah, they're doing some killer stuff over there. Make sure you guys are doing it. These are great questions. Like, Rory, do you have a calendar? It sounds like he's focusing on all of his the companies to the retails doing that. So if that's where he does, and then he comes out. So it depends who's hitting him up and who wants some stuff. You want to get a Mustang? Ooh, yeah. Rory wants a Mustang. We can look at that again. Let's see. That's the Adventure. You want a Mustang? They have the Hawk, the Tradition, and yeah, that Mustang's a nice Bowie. Nice Bowie shape, Rory. That's a good one. And Jacob said there's other models that are not even listed on their site. So you guys got to take that into consideration. But I've handled several of their knives, guys, and they're just all really well done. It's worth taking a look at. They're definitely doing some really good things. So it's pretty darn cool. I'm gonna go solo. I'm gonna show you guys mine. This is the model called the Mantis. And it looks pretty darn cool. I love the blade shape, first of all, and the overall size is still pretty good EDC. The gun coat or the Cerakote that they have on there, focus is really good. I like the texturing on it. The micarta handle work that Jacob does is very good. It's all nice and rounded, feels very good. And yeah, AEB-L, and the price was reasonable for what it was. And the sheath, magician with the sheath. I got to figure out what he did with the sheath because it's pretty darn cool. That is pretty darn cool. Yeah, Monster Hunter, it's pretty cool. I have you muted. Oh, there he is. Okay.
Am I working now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? That's the question.
I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Okay.
I don't know what keeps happening. I have no idea.
I have no idea. But that's all right. I can filibuster. I'm not. I'm not
you filibuster. That's all right.
I can. So, do you have like a plan, like a monthly plan of things that are happening? Kind of like I can only say for myself. I know I do, or is it kind of like a dealer reaches out and then you're kind of like, well, that's kind of priority. I need to get the dealer work done.
For now, it's definitely all about the dealers. And the biggest issue with it being your full-time job, it being your only source of income, is when you don't have a plan, it gets spotty, and then you just start squandering for money. and that can happen real fast. And so trying to keep up with what's selling, um, as impossible as that is, it's just
Impossible.
it's impossible. You just kind of gotta do what you got to do and hope for the best. And so up until we got the dealers, it's really just been what's going right now,
Yeah,
and what's not working for sure. I know I'm not doing, if it's not going to sell, then I'm not even going to make it, because if it's taking up my time,
yep,
that it's, I could have made other knives that I'm not going to have in the store for a month.
yep,
And it's all good and gravy, but
yep.
when it's your income, when it's paying the bills, you have to, at some point,
Absolutely.
you have to really buckle down on it and
Oh
just,
yeah, but it's awesome that you have dealers that are reaching out, because
I'm
that
tickled.
is
That's what we needed to have, and
that's
it's
huge.
something that
So
it just makes it where it just, I know it's a lot more work, but at the same time it's a lot less work. I don't have to go through and do all the product pages, all that,
it's
and I still advertise. Jason with Knife Connection's
yeah.
been tickled. He's like, man, there's so many people that I'll get their knives and then they're like, all right, dude, it's on you, figure it out. I'm not saying anything to my people, or not, it's just on,
You want
well, I
people to go
mean,
buy this stuff, though.
that's exactly right. Like, how am I going to continue with you if they're not going and buying them from
You
you?
want them to
So
sell, so you have to make more and give them
exactly.
more.
So I need. I'm going to
So
advertise too. I got to let my people know, and
absolutely.
so but for getting the dealers has really been, it's been a weight lifted, and I would say it's, even though the weight of the work is far heavier than anything before, um, it still feels lighter. Thinking about having to send out 170 individual knives, the missus over there smirking at me because she's the one that would have to send those out. That's like that's a serious job, and
Yeah, that's tough.
but you
It's
end
tough.
up taking a big percentage, and you're working for less, but having a consistent paycheck is definitely going to be nice.
Well,
And
yeah, but it's always good to be able to make the sales, and that I can see why you would do that.
Yep.
And I've had some small companies reach out to me, and I'm just kind of like, I'm just not able to do. I can't make 5 to 10. I can give you 5, but
Right.
then that
Yeah, but
hurts
then it'll take the fun
everything
away
else.
from you, though. You're still in the developmental,
Yeah,
and and you're still progressing on it, and your stuff is really custom, and so man, trying to dealer out on custom stuff. If they're all the same, it just is what it is. You just tell me what you want.
yeah,
That's that. But when they're all custom,
yeah.
it's way more exhausting.
And I've tried to do it. Like, I'll do a run of the same model, and I'll just do 6 of them, and then I'll drop them all, and drop all of them at the same time. They'll be the same model with just different handle colors, and so I could do that. But
Yeah.
it's and I'm thinking about doing that this year with but it's a small
There's
retailer, not big, not big.
it's a good way for you to make a little money and then put it into progressing.
Yeah,
That's kind of
yeah,
how you just got to see it, as far as if you're going to do wholesale or selling to dealers, you just kind of view it as, this is a, a a good transaction for both of us, and we're just going to grow from this, and that's that.
what are the different models? Oh, I guess I love it. Rory's asking a bunch of questions in the chat, and Mrs. Very Good Knife Company just keeps answering him. So it's awesome. Thank you very much for doing that. Like, the logo on the sheath, how do you do that? That's the fiber laser.
Yep.
Uh,
I just use my little laser for that. The
I
same
need to.
laser that etches the blades. That logo on the sheath takes exactly 1.5 seconds. So I say it takes 2 seconds. It literally takes 2 seconds to do that little tiny logo.
That's crazy.
It's so fast.
Do you do that after the eyelets or before?
Yeah, that's the last thing I do with the sheath before I put the belt loop on. Sometimes it's hard to get them to sit still or flat with the belt loop, so I always do that before I put the belt loops on. But yeah, it's as fast as you can feed it and hit the start button.
Yeah, I've been having issues with the belt loops for some reason.
Which one? That one?
Yeah, I use the exact same belt loops, but I got a batch of them
from Knife Kids.
Yeah, I got a batch of them in, and they did not want to. They didn't want to snap.
I know exactly what you mean. I learned that. So I have like a nice bucket full of them that don't want to snap too, and I'm gonna send them back to them. I might just take them to them because they're right here in Norcross, like right below.
Oh, because I've been chatting with them, and I'm like, if you can go out in your warehouse and snap them onto something, let me know.
Yeah,
because
show me. Please show me.
I got them snapped, but I don't know if they're coming off.
I've had some like that, and so in my experience with the massive amount of numbers that I've recently dealt with them.
Yeah, because you're doing a lot more to me.
They are, they're expensive too, even though they're not. I mean, still 100 of them cost me $400, and so like I ordered 150 of them before Blade Show, and I am completely out now, and so,
yep.
Now I'm gonna go order more, but I've gotten. I got one batch of 100 where I had like 15 or 20. I didn't give a shit how strong you were. They weren't snapping. And then the next bag I had a few like that, and I found that like half of the ones that wouldn't snap, if you could get them to snap the first time, it was like they would stretch out and then they would be fine. But then the other half, it wasn't happening. So yeah, I'm kind of hit or miss with them, but
yeah,
you know, honestly, there's not really a better option as far as who's making them.
It's my preferred method to carry too.
I like the straps.
It's frustrating because I got a bunch of them, and I'm like, I can barely get them to snap, and finally I got them to snap. And now I don't want to take it off because number one, it's difficult. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it back on. I know it'll wear in probably and it'll be fine, but that initial getting it to snap,
I know what you mean.
Such a pain to do. So,
yeah, I've got a good bunch of them that I'm going to go trade them.
Well, this has been awesome. I don't want to keep you too much longer. I do want to open everybody up for questions. They're too expensive to be so crappy. Yeah. Well, I mean, the loops are the more cost-effective way to go when you're doing high numbers. And I would rather do the loop anyway, because I've done ulti clips, but I don't like the pocket carry. And the ulti clips are just as hard sometimes to get the buckle than the snaps. But my preferred method of carry is on my belt appendix. So like all of my knives have that loop on them. And
try this clip from Ulti Clip in place of the strap. Just try one. See what you think of it. This is the APH. It's the APH. So they have the AP and then the APH. The H is for horizontal. So the AP clip is just vertical, so only this way. And it's pretty stout, but this one, dude, I'm telling you what, it looks like it's nothing, and I thought, like, this thing's gonna flop. It flops less than the straps. And
you can take it on and off the belt without having to take the belt off.
It's got that super big old hook.
That hooks onto the top of the belt.
I'm not gonna lie, it can be frustrating to get off, which is good with me. I'm good with that.
Yeah. You know, once it's on. But my thing is, for some of my stuff, it's so small. Will it stretch out too far?
You can stretch it out wider, or you can bring it together. The
Okay,
thing
so
is
you
that,
can
what they need to do is they need to make one that's
shorter.
that's
The height's
shorter.
not as
Yeah,
top.
shorter
Yeah,
this way. Yeah,
yeah.
because I do have one on a smaller sheet, and I did talk to dude at Blade Show this year about this particular clip. Um, but I was like, this doesn't work on something that, like, I had, like, maybe I think I might have had a dragonfly or something on me, but this right here, it's not going to work with this. Here I got that strap on there, but it's on the tightest
Yeah.
one, and
And
it's
it's
still,
still hanging.
I can still get a finger under there, and so that loop is going to be a solid inch up there. And he's like, nah, I mean, as long as it's not, the gap isn't wider than your belt, then you're good. I have not tested that, so I can't I cannot say that they are
Well,
going to
I'll
work,
check them
but
out
on like
because
a wider sheath for sure.
over the past probably 3 to 6 months, it's steadily getting worse with those.
With the belt loops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've complained. I'm still in the middle of an email conversation back and forth with them and they're like, yeah, how many are bad? And I'm like, I don't know. I've been going through them. And all of a sudden
Yep.
they'll all just snap. And I'm like, okay, well, I got it on. So I guess this one's good. But, well, Kathy, you make your own because you're a leather maker. And if I had a leather maker in my house, then they could make me my own straps.
There's nobody doing the straps either. They're the only ones. I've spent hours looking for another manufacturer of said straps, and
yeah, they're the only ones doing it.
I feel like there was maybe 7 or 8 months ago. I remember seeing something. I don't know. I was on some website, and it wasn't Knife Kids, because I've been buying from them for 10 or 12 years, and now I've not found anything but them. And then the only other person that I've ever gotten a strap from was Wizard Forge. And I know a couple makers that use Wizard Forge for his straps, but his straps he's still selling for like $7 a piece,
which is
like
what these are going for. So
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
I mean that's what I mean. They're actually, I think they're only $5.50 from Knife Kits. They're cheaper if you buy 100 at a time.
Well, you got to buy 100 to get that.
You got to buy 100 at a time. They're still $4 a piece though.
Yeah, and you're paying. You've got to spend $400.
Exactly. Yeah, that's so. And that 100's not even enough to cover my next order. So.
Yeah, I mean, so for you,
yeah.
I mean, I'll buy like maybe 10 to 20 loops at a time, and that will last me a month or two.
Yep.
For you, that's like a week. You're doing 50 a week.
I would say hit up Wizard Forge and check his loops out, because he uses the material's different. It's not the PVC coated nylon like those.
Yeah.
Which I actually prefer that particular material. But
Yeah,
his are the slightly thicker rubberized nylon. And they're slightly softer. They're just as tough, but the snaps and everything is way better for sure.
Yeah, I wonder if you could. No, probably not. I don't
want to give you a discount if you bought 20.
I chatted with them at Blade Show, and I tried to reach out to them to see if they wanted to come on and do this, but we'll see. But yeah, I need to talk to them I'll email them about the straps. But yeah, they're fun. Those guys were fun talking to them. It's fun. Blade Show was a mess.
It's a mess. That's a good explanation. That's a good word for it.
Because it was my first time, so that was like blur.
Well,
like
you've gotten one out of the way. Now you know what to expect. So then all the next ones won't be so bad.
Yeah, because I was like at one point just running around because I didn't know what to go see, who to go see, what to go talk to.
Where are you from?
Me?
Yeah,
I am from Florida.
Florida.
Yeah,
so Orlando. I was wondering where you came up from.
Orlando area.
It's a long ways.
Yeah,
it's a long ways. To me, it's a long ways.
8-hour drive.
It's good ways.
7 to 8. Yep. Orlando was a hike. We drove up. Me and my friends drove up. It was fun. So you guys, you should come up to the fall gathering. Oh, really? What fall gathering is going on? You guys should come down to my gathering.
I want to come down and sit on the beach for a minute.
Well, I'm nowhere near the beach, but
you're a lot closer to the beach than me.
I am closer than you are. I'm about an hour and a half, depending which coast you want to go to. But yeah,
You're just like everybody else down there, and you never go to the beach.
Oh, I don't. We don't go to the beach very often.
I know several people in Florida, and none of them ever go to the beach.
Well, it's just because it's like I live right next door to Disney. Guess where I haven't been in probably 10 years or more.
I get it.
I can hear their fireworks and see their fireworks every night.
Oh boy.
But I want nothing to do with that place. So but everybody loves it. I need someone to make me a custom leather sheath. I know somebody, Lion Not a Sheep, 3 Feather EDC. He'll make you he's done a sheath for a micro before, so he already knows how to do it. He'll take care of you. So anybody, you guys have any questions for Jacob with Very Good Knife Company? I think he's got a bunch of stuff he's working on. Make sure you guys are following him on all the places. The links have been dropped several times now. Thank you to Bluminati for doing that. We could do that. Urban, I was at the Spring, Georgia Bushcraft weekend with my boys. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, you did have a lot of fun at that one. That was fun. He's in Georgia. The spring still has a lot of growth to do. Fall is huge.
Compared to fall.
Yeah, the fall one was way bigger for sure.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I had a table at the one at the fall gathering this past year. And I'll have one set up there this year.
Is it just a big like outdoors event?
Yeah, it's a big outdoors event. It's pretty neat.
You have to camp and you have to do all that.
Yeah, you can camp there. There's camping all over.
We have bushcrafting classes and activities.
Yeah, most people that are there, they take classes all weekend. They have a couple hundred classes, I want to say.
Yeah, I think Urban did it last year. I know he wants to do it this year. And I might have that. I might have his knife done, maybe. Does anybody have any other questions for them? I know Mrs. Very Good Knife Company's been in the chat answering all kinds of questions.
Ask away. We shall
as we're going. I got to convince Miss Irvin to at least go to the fall one for at least. There you go. It's your anniversary weekend. So you got to go to that. Thank you, Bluminati, for dropping all the links.
Thanks, Blue.
Yeah, Blue is awesome. Yep, definitely have to check out the fall one.
Absolutely.
That was pretty awesome. Got to make sure you do that.
Better weather.
What's up, One Moon? I hope you're feeling better, brother. I hope you're home. I know you've been trying to rest. Jim Miller asked, where is the gathering?
It's in Watkinsville, Georgia.
Watkinsville.
Yep, just outside of Athens.
It's nothing to me.
10, 15 minutes outside of Athens. Watkinsville, Georgia is the name of the town.
There it is.
It's not much of a town. It's way out in the middle of nowhere.
The closest hotel is a while away, so.
That's what you would want from an outdoors event. Yeah. You want to be out in the middle of nowhere. So what do you have coming up next? Anything big?
I intend to do as soon as I get this, at least a good chunk of this Knife Connection order out of my way, I'm going to drop a new model, the Rogue Junior. The Rogue was the one that we did collab with Gabe last time. That was his design.
Okay.
And that's been the hottest knife of the year by a long stretch. And so we're going to just follow it up with a junior follow the trend of very good, and which I mean, I kind of I don't want to say stole it, but the junior thing, the juniors thing came from the Case influence in my life, I guess. Because Case, you know, they always have the full size or then the junior, like Sodbuster Junior.
Yeah, see, I go the opposite. I
You start small and then go
I
XL.
start the small, and then everybody wants bigger.
I keep gravitating towards the smaller stuff, though. I do like the little tiny knives.
That's what I do. I do the smaller stuff. So I do small stuff like that. I do the small stuff.
I like that size though. It's easy to carry. It's practical. It's light.
That's where I live. That's where I live. Like that's a great size. It's almost a little too big for me, but it is
borderline too long, but it's just right.
It's right there. But I always think of it as the overall package too. The overall package is slim, sleek, along with like that.
Yep.
This is a long knife.
It is a long knife.
The only thing that's
small as it is.
The only thing that saves it is because it's so slender. And then I made a taco sheath for it, but that makes that a little easier to carry. But that's just for me. Like my larger stuff, I'm gonna show this, but like the largest one that I do now, but that's definitely not like an EDC size knife, you know. That's
a belt
something
knife.
else. But I'm getting there. Getting the bigger.
That's about a belt knife size right there.
Yeah, that's
for sure.
Definitely. And this person wanted it nice and thick, so I Coke bottled the handle.
Good and thick is good. I don't know. I've always enjoyed the thicker steel, and now I feel like over the past year and a half, people have just all of a sudden shifted towards the thin side of things, and I mean it's been graduating slowly there over the years, and
I'm still using 1/8 inch thick stock for most of my stuff.
I think
I could go thinner too. I could go thinner, and it would still be fine with the small stuff, but it gives me a little wiggle room in there. It's fine.
I think 1/8 inch is the best stock that ever did exist.
It's because it can still be used on something that large, but then still be used on something small. Absolutely. And you can still make it work. So absolutely. I have no issues with it. All right. Anybody else have anything else for him? My last question, and then I'll let you go, and I'll get to my giveaway. When you've been doing this for a while, you've made thousands and thousands of blades. When you finish a project, or even if you just finish one, where you can be like, you put your dot on it, you sign off on it, it's done. Do you still get that sense of pride in the sense that you did as maybe you did with your first knife?
So for me, it's become about, let's see how many we can do. And so, and a big thing with that is not losing the quality. I guess having that racer in my blood, I just keep going around the track until I get the fastest lap time, and then in knife making, that just means how many knives did I make this lap, and they were all still just not one flaw, not one issue, and we just keep pushing the bar a little bit more and a little bit more, you know. So there's a limit. There's always a limit, but we'll see.
Okay,
we'll see.
So it sounds like it's there. It's just in a different way.
It is
it's
different.
It's not about the finished product. It's about the number of products.
Right. Yeah. I've kind of, I know that I got, you know, I mean, if you're going to do a production of any kind, you know, you have to settle on something. You have to, you have to just be okay with it. You got to quit changing things. You got to quit. You got to settle on something.
Yeah.
And just trust that this is what it is, and it's good, and it is what it is. And so once that is completely out of question, it just becomes about hitting your marks and making sure you don't make any mistakes. And quality control is a biggie when you start going into bigger numbers, and it's definitely you start to notice it more the more you get going, because the faster you want to go, the more risk you run of sleeping on one little detail of something. And
yep. And then I'll turn around and bite you if you're not ready for it.
That's exactly right. It's exactly
and then
right.
that slows the whole production down.
That's it. So
all right, man.
Riding the razor's edge.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this has been fun. I knew it would be. This is awesome.
Has been fun.
You guys are killing it, and I look forward to seeing all the stuff that you got going on. And I already had a fan of yours who's like, I'm going to send you some more Very Good Knife Company's knives for your channel. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm always down to check out their stuff. So please send them. So you might know him. He's in a very tropical place. So
he was supposed to have been in here, but he's got pickleball today.
Yeah, well, he has pickleball on Sunday. He always has pickleball on Sunday. He never makes it on my Sunday streams. I give him a hard time. But he's got his pickleball. So you guys are awesome. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks for having me, bud.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
You have a good evening.
You too, bud.
All right.
Thanks, everybody, for joining.
Yeah.
See you next time.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for Jacob and Miss Very Good Knife Company for joining in on the chat for that. That was a lot of fun. So let's do our giveaway this evening. I see you guys have been making comments in the video. It is pinned into the chat. Make sure you go to today's video, leave a comment. No, I am not giving away my knife. This is not what you're winning. So this is not what you're winning. I'm going to say it one more time. You are not winning my Very Good Knife Company Mantis. This is mine. It's staying with me. I bought it. It's awesome. And yeah, I'm not, you don't get that. You don't get that. What you are getting is this, no, lion, not a sheep. I made you a moderator, by the way. You're welcome. Oh, we're winning 2 men. No, you're not winning 2. I am giving away a Woobin G5, but not just any Woobin G5. I'm giving away the new yellow Woobin G5. So you guys, if you don't know, this is a really awesome EDC sized flashlight. Very, very unique. I have this on my backpack. So if you watched any of my footage from Blade Show, you saw that this was on my backpack. So this thing is pretty awesome. So I am giving away the Woobin G5 tonight. Big shout out to Woobin for sending that along for me to check out. So I'm going to put that back in the box the way that I found it. And I got a bunch of stickers and stuff for you guys. How about Kelly's paracord? Guys, have we gotten Kelly to 500 yet? Kelly, are you at 500? We need to get Kelly's Mishmash to 500. Guys, we got to get her there. If you are not subscribed to Kelly's Mishmash, make sure you go and subscribe to Kelly's Mishmash. It is a killer little light. I have mine at work every day, and it's the brightest yellow. Yeah, it's like one of those yellows. If you drop it in the grass, if you drop it in the weeds, you'll be able to find it. That's why it's not a crime. There we go. Pickled steel. I gained a few today, but haven't checked the last bit. Let me know if all right, let's hold on. Oh, wait. Let's go see where's Kelly. Go to channel. Let's see. Kelly is at 484. Come on, guys. 484. We need to get her. Yeah, we need to get her. Yeah, like, come on. We need to get her there. Yeah, she's at 484. But we have a Tim B sticker. We have a Metal Relic sticker. Make sure you guys are checking out metalrelic.com, doing some really cool stuff. We got a Blue Creek Knives. How about Weld and Carey? He's awesome. Got to meet him at Blade Show. We got the Olatons sticker. Fred the Lug sticker. We got a Fred the Lug sticker, which comes with some extra stuff. Why is that looking like that? Oh, Fred, come on. We got to step up. How about the Knife Kits Mafia sticker? That thing is pretty cool. Dark Water. We got some Dark Water sticker and another big Pickled Steel sticker. You're going to get an AriesEDC sticker and the Coup de Grace Robo Stevo sticker. I haven't heard from Robo. I hope Robo's okay. So I'm going to put this in there. Yeah, Weld and Carey has some awesome stickers. That is for sure. Actually, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yep, the Wubin G5 is a killer little flashlight, and it will go to one of you guys. So make sure you're gone over. You've left a comment in that video, and then I will do the random comment picker on that, and we will do our giveaway from there. All right. I had to make sure this gets put in the box. It's all put away in the box. Boom. G5 all put away in the box and ready to go. We got it ready to go. Let's see. Trying to get Kelly to 500 subs. If you aren't subscribed, yep. Make sure you guys go check out Kelly. Doing really fun stuff over there. She posted today. So we're just trying to get her to 500. It's a crime. Crime. She's not at 500. Come on, man. We got to get her to 500. While I'm waiting for everybody to go leave their comment, yes, I am almost done with the 6 builds for June. I am almost done with them. I've already showed a couple of them off. I am almost done with them. All I have left is one more that's sitting right here on my TS Prof to sharpen. I only have one more to sharpen. The other ones are either going to get mailed off or we're just waiting for one more thing for those. So we're going to be getting those all done. And then I'm back on thistles. I'm going to do 3 more thistles, guys. They are all in AEB-L. And I'm going to do 3 more thistles. And then we are going to be finishing up the run of Tabicos that we are working on. And if Joe Kasprick is in the chat, he can drool again because for some reason he really likes that one. But yeah, so we got the 3 Tabicos. Those are ADC every 2. And then I have the AEB-L, which I'm going to be finishing up. Plus this Worcester Wesser thing, you probably don't want to care about that. We'll be doing that one. And then we'll move on to August. I will be opening the books the end of this month. At the end of July, I'll open the books up for August. Very limited spots, guys, because this last 2 months has kicked my butt. And I need to calm down. Plus, I have a new design for which I want to do. Just so you guys know, millimeters don't matter. I don't care about millimeters. There are some people that care about millimeters, but I question their choices. I question their choices. I hear that I'm booked. I don't know what happened there. Nobody's booked anywhere. Metal Relic. You're booked up till August, maybe. But I have something that I would like to do. Just a new design that I would like to do, and it kind of looks like that. So I kind of want to do something like that. I'm gonna let that. I'm letting that sit there. I'm gonna let that sit there. I question their commitment to sparkle motion. Just as important as jimping, which again is not that important. Anyway, all right, let's go do this giveaway before I get myself into is it called the worst or Western because it's in millimeters? Yeah. It's just the upside down W's. All right, let me go find this video and we're gonna get the link and I'll go over here, close this. Let's put that link back in. And then I'll do some math. Make sure we're looking like we have 53 comments. That sounds about right because there's 48 people in the chat. So who in here does not have the Woobin G5? J1 is asking because they probably wants to gift it to you. If not, probably wants to gift it to you, which is awesome. Just saying. I'm just saying. J1 doesn't. Lying on a sheep's asking. Word. Word. All right. I don't have anything from Woobin. Ooh. I don't own a Woobin light. Well, let's change it. Let's change that now. All right. Are you guys ready for the giveaway? Boom. We're going to do this. We're doing it. We're doing it. Let's see who our winner is. And the winner is Addicted to Blades 2. Addicted to Blades 2. Are you in the chat? Addicted to Blades 2. Are you in the chat? The last time he gifted it to somebody else. Let's see if he's here. I'll give him a few minutes. And here's sweet. There he is, Addicted to Blades. You can email me, AriesEDC @gmail.com, AriesEDC @gmail.com, or you can hit me up on Instagram @AriesEDC. I think you know. Hit me up, send me an address, send me all your stuff, and I will get this on to you. Congratulations to you, Addicted to Blades. If you guys haven't followed Addicted to Blades, go follow Addicted to Blades. He is doing some killer stuff. Just worth watching him kill every water bottle in sight or pool noodle. I think nothing stands a chance against him, but it is awesome. So congratulations to Addicted to Blades. Hit me up, and I'll get this out as quickly as I possibly can. This was fun, guys. It's always good to have somebody on and to have a chat. So last week we had Beard and Blades. Hopefully you guys got to check out his stuff. This week, Jacob from Very Good Knife Company. A lot of you already know that they do killer work. And I am super happy to say that that is mine and in my collection. And I love carrying it. It's an amazing little fixed blade. But he makes larger stuff, smaller stuff, all kinds of stuff. But all of his stuff, I'm telling you, is like a production blade quality. You're getting a production blade quality, and it's basically a custom knife. Just amazing stuff from them. He is absolutely a machine. They said it, and you're absolutely correct. It is. He's got to be a machine to be able to grind the way that he does. So anyway, guys, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yep, my Beard and Blade friction folder is showing up tomorrow. Oh, that's awesome, Rory. That's awesome. He's going to get that. Red's colorway too. Yeah, the colorways are good. But anyway, guys, no, thank you guys for all coming in. Please, if you haven't already, make sure you have subscribed. You've hit that like button. And let me know. Leave me a comment. Did you enjoy this? Did you not enjoy it? It's up to you. It's okay. But everybody, have a good evening, and remember, the choice is always yours.